Hey, hi everyone. A very good evening to all of you guys. Let's wait a couple of more minutes. People still joining, and then we will start. Okay.
साउंड क्यों नहीं है?
Okay, guys. So, a very warm welcome to all of you guys. And today we are going to start our session. Okay. First of all, before we start, anyone have any doubts or any questions? Anyone? Any doubts? Any questions? Anything? What you are doing, Priyanshu? Why you are doing this? No? Okay. So, let's start the session. Okay, so yesterday we had discussed about the git ignore and a lot of things over there. Okay, now what we are going to learn now, we have created a repo. Okay, and we saw that how we can move it to the staging, how we can move it to the modify, then how we can commit it. Everything that we were doing is on the local. Okay, means in our system. What you guys have to do is now we have to understand that how to use the GitHub. Okay, so how to use the GitHub. Okay, yes, Ayush. Ayush?
So by mistake, by mistake हो गया, sorry sir.
Okay, no issues, man. Okay, so now what is the next thing that we are going to do is we have to go to the GitHub and we will do couple of things over there. Okay, so everyone has created their GitHub account. Hmm? So what you have to do is you have to come over here. You have to go to your GitHub. Okay. So once you open the GitHub, okay, so this is a github.com. Okay, if your account is not created, please create it. I already asked this to create the account on the GitHub couple of days back. Okay, now when you will open your GitHub, so basically you are going to be on the home page. So this is my home page. Okay, on the left hand side, there is a one thing called as a new repository. Okay, you will get this option from the multiple places. Okay, on left hand side, if you click on this icon and if you click over here, you will get an option of your repositories. So just click on your repository. Okay, now when you click on your repository, then there are so many items over here. Okay, in your case you did not created any repo, so you will not able to see anything, but in my case I have created multiple repos. Okay, so all these are my projects. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to click on this new. Okay, means we are going to create a new repository. Okay, I have to create a new repository. So you already have a repo on your, okay, what is this? Oh, nice, my niece has created it. Okay. So in if you go to the local and if I come over here, I have already a git bash opened on this. Okay, if I clear everything. Now, if I check git status, so this is already a git repo, the git tutorial. Now, whatever the things that we have created, okay, wait a second. Let me just go to the master branch first of all. Yeah. So whatever the things that we have created, it is already a Git repo. Okay. Now, when it is actually a Git repo, so what I want now, I want that my files and folders should be on the GitHub, not on the local. Okay, we saw that in the distributed VCS. If I go on this, right? So in this case, we saw that there is a one central repo. Okay, sorry, distributed repo over here, where all the files we have to host the complete repo, right? From there we can do the pull, push, and all those stuff. Now, right now we have a local copy, so we need a hosting service. Okay, we need a hosting service to push our data over there. Okay, what we want? We need a hosting service to push our data or to push our repo. Okay, so how to do that? So for that, we require the GitHub. Okay, and on the GitHub, I'm going to create a new repository. Okay, so it is asking me, okay, I'm the owner, and then it is asking me for a repository name. So I will provide a name. Let's say I'm giving a name as Sunstone, okay, or let's say Git demo, okay, Git demo repo. This is the name of my repo that I'm taking. Okay, now it is asking for description. So you can provide what is the description. So I can provide my description. Okay, this repo is for the GitHub and Git tutorial. Okay, then it is asking whether you want it to be public or private. So public repos are those repo where everyone can see what is the code written inside. Okay, like I have most of the repos as public repo, which I want to show to others. And if I'm working on some individual project or corporate projects, okay, then I will make my repo as a private. So only specific number of users will able to access that. Okay, so guys, I'm audible, right? Hello, am I audible? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Shahrukh, yeah, please check your audio. Shahrukh, okay. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, sorry, my neighbor's kid was shouting a lot. Okay, so now I just wanted to keep my repo as a public. Okay, then you need not to do anything. You can see you can add a README file, you can add a git ignore. But right now I'm not going to do anything. I'm just go down and I will click on create repository. Okay, now you can see that once my repo is created, okay, then this type of window will open for you. Okay, so it is asking for so many things. It is a quick setup, then creating a new file or uploading an existing file. Okay, so in our case, this is a method of create a new repository on the command line. Okay, we can create a git repo, not GitHub repo, git repository on the command line, but we already have one. Okay, so we are going to use these commands, right? So it is asking me or push an existing repository from the command line. Okay, so first of all, everyone, please log into your Git and create the repo and come to this window. Do not close it. Do not do anything. Just come to this particular window and just let me know that you have reached over here. Okay, you have to do this with me. It's a long and complicated process. Okay, so I have to make sure that you guys are aligned with me. Okay, so I'm giving you 2 minutes of time, 2 to 3 minutes. Please log into your GitHub, create a repo, give a name, and click create repo, and you will come to this page. Come to this page, and then just let me know in the chat, and then we will move forward. Done, everyone? Okay. Now what you have to do is, okay, let me close my git bash also and start it from scratch. Okay, so I close my git bash. Now I will just go to my folder. Okay, so this was my folder, my git repo where I have all the projects and everything. Okay, what I will do is I will open the git bash from my this git repo at my local. So I will click shift right click and it is giving me the option of open git bash here. Okay, sounds good. Now git bash is opening. I will maximize it and then control plus to zoom it. Okay, now I will first check the status of it. So git status. Okay, now, so in this case, you can see that there is nothing to commit. My working tree is clean, means everything is committed and everything is up to the mark. So if I check git log, then there are multiple commits. Whatever the commits that we have done today or yesterday, all those commits are over here. Okay. Now I will just clear it. So what you have to do is now what I want that my this particular project that I have over here, it should go in the repo. Let me do one thing. Let me just copy all these error thing into the dir file. Okay, even though we are already doing this. Okay, and I will delete this one. So we have three main files, then the dir and the data which we are actually ignoring, and we have a git ignore. Okay, so I will check my git status if anything changed. No, nothing, because I have changed the .log file. And if you remember, yesterday we have already ignored the .log file. Okay. Now what I will do is, you have to come on this window and it is asking what? It is asking you to git remote add origin. Okay. So if I come over here, let me explain this command first. Okay, so we have created a repo on the GitHub. Now we have to do and check git remote. What is this git remote? Let's try to understand that. Okay, so if I'm doing git remote, in my case it is coming as origin. Let me just remove it. Git remote remove origin so that it will be from scratch. Clear. Okay, so if you guys will do git remote, it is not going to return any result to you. Okay, this is the output that you will see on your git bash. So what I have to do is I have to create a origin. Now let's understand this command over here. So git remote add origin, and then we have to give the path. Okay, what is the path of our repo? So if you can see this command git remote add origin and then the path. So into the git bash, we are actually telling the git bash, hey, I have to upload something on a website. Okay, this repo. So what you have to do is you have to please create a remote name. So this origin is actually dynamic, means you can give any name to it. Okay, this is actually the name of this particular repo that we are using. So we are just giving it a small name, origin. You can give any name. So git remote add is a command, origin is a variable. You can give origin to your own name or anything, but origin is a best practice. So please stick with the origin. Then you have to write git remote add origin and this command, just copy it. Come over here on the git bash and paste it by using shift plus insert or right click. Okay, right click and then paste option will come. So now I have this command, okay, which I got on my GitHub repo. You can write it as well. It's a git remote origin and, and the path of your GitHub repo. Just hit enter after it. Okay. Now, if I check my git remote, now you can see it is giving me the output. So earlier over here, it was not giving me any of the output. Okay. But now it is giving me the output. Hey, you have a git remote, which is origin. Okay. So now git is having some connection with a remote repo that's and with the name of origin. Now what I will do is I will check for -v. V stands for verbose. 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 Verbose means it is actually giving you more information. Okay. So if I hit enter, then you can see it is giving me two things. Origin, which is this one, and it is giving me fetch, and one is the push. Now let's try to understand the pull. Fetch is also known as pull. So pull and push first of all, and then we will move ahead. Okay. So if you remember this diagram, okay. So into this diagram, what we have a pull and a push. So we studied about this. There is a main server repo. From there, we can create a copy of it in our local. Okay, what I did yesterday with the git clone. So cloning something into or creating a copy or a clone is what? That's a duplicate, right? So creating something into your local from a main server repo is what we refer as pulling. You are pulling something, right? There is a repo and you are trying to pull it into your system. So that operation is called as a pull. Okay, that operation is called as a pull. And when we have to push something, there is a remote repo I have, sorry, local repo I have, and I want to upload it to the GitHub. So that is known as a push, means you are pushing something to the main repo. Okay. Now, if I come back, so pull and push is clear. Basic definition, that downloading and uploading in a very layman language. Okay. So pull is basically the downloading and push is basically the uploading in layman term, but don't use these words, download and upload. It is a pull and push in the Git terminology. Okay. Now, what is the next thing that we have to do? So here it is showing, okay, hey man, there is a fetch repo, which is this one, and there is a push. So right now I can pull or push from this particular repo. Okay, so I have to do everything right now from this. Later on, you can change it. Means you are fetching it or pulling it from somewhere else, and then you are returning it or uploading it somewhere else. Okay, we will see that later. Now, the next thing is once we have done the git remote, what is the next thing that we have to do? So the next thing is we have to run this command. Next command, git branch -m main. Okay, I will explain the branching after this particular exercise that we are doing, and then we will come. You guys will able to understand the branching a bit more. Okay, but right now I'm just copying this command from over here and I'm uploading it over here. Right now you can see there is a main. Okay, we did not understood the branching, but no worries. Just right now just assume that there is a command and I'm running it because GitHub asked me to do that. Okay, I will explain the branch after this. I will just run it. Git branch -m main. Okay, no problem into it. Now, what is the next command? The next command is it is asking me, hey, you have to push. So how you will push it? So you have to do git push -u origin main. Let's do that. So what is this? Let's try to understand that. Okay. So git push means I am trying to pushing my local repo to the GitHub. Okay. So where I'm pushing, I'm git push is the command for the local repo -u stand for user. Then from origin, and the branch would be the main branch. So right now you can see there is a main. Main is where all the codes reside. Okay, and I will press enter. Let's see. Okay, so in this case, you can see that, okay, I have all the push completed. You can see a new branch is created from main and everything is over here. Okay, this is the GitHub repo where it is pushed. Now let's come back to the GitHub. So this was the initial part. Now I already pushed it. Okay, what we can do is we can refresh this page. Okay, let's try to reload this page and see what we will get. Okay, the moment I refresh this page, you can see I got all the codes. And what was the user? What was the user? The user was Sunstone yesterday. Remember that? Day before yesterday, we set the username and the user email. So the user is whom? Sunstone. Okay. And you can see that the first.txt, the sample DB, and the sample worksheet, which we have in this folder, is actually pushed to the Git. Okay. It is actually pushed to the Git as well as our Git ignore. Okay. So you can check right now what is in my first.txt. So I'm modifying it. Let's check whether that is ignored. Let's commit. Okay, let's see whether we have the same thing on the GitHub. Open this file. And yeah, whatever I have on my local, now it is available on the GitHub. Okay, because I pushed my repo on the GitHub. Whatever the things that you mentioned in the git ignore, all the log file and the directory folder. That's why those repos, those items are not pushed. Now, in your case, okay, tell me one thing. Did someone try that push command? Anyone tried it? Git push hyphen u origin. Anyone ran this command? Yes or no? I'm damn sure no one has run that. You guys are getting any output? What is the output that you are getting for the git push? Rejected. It would be fatal error. Okay, it should be a error that access denied or the permission denied error. How many of you are getting a permission denied error? Yours is working. Okay. Pawan Tiwari, mine. Okay. So it is asking to sign up. The same output that you got on GitHub, but what I refreshed my GitHub, I couldn't see my folder there. Upkal, did you signed up or like it is giving you any error? Git push? No. Okay. Anyone who is getting an error, we will see because this is the main part. After that, most of the parts start, but yeah, this is very important part. Anyone is getting the permission denied error? How many of you are getting a permission denied error? No one is getting a permission denied error. How is this possible? Anyone tried that? Be very honest. Otherwise, a very important part would be skipped. Anyone's folder is uploaded on the GitHub. Okay, Pawan Tiwari. Great. Anyone else?
परमिशन लिया था जीमेल पर
Sorry, someone was saying something.
इसका गिटहब का एक्सेस मांगा था, जीमेल थ्रू एक्सेस हुआ था इसका सर,
Okay.
परमिशन जो हुआ था,
Mm-hmm.
पर फिर भी
Okay.
अपलोड फाइल अपलोड हो जाता है, बस फोल्डर में प्रॉब्लम आता है फोल्डर अपलोड करने में।
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that is okay, but we have to give the complete access now. Okay, we have to learn about the token, that how we can create a get token, and from there you will get the complete access. Okay, Factal username, password for remote, no anonymous write access. Yeah, that error you will get for sure. Okay, someone else have shared something. Updates were rejected because contain the work that you do not have locally. This is you by another repository pushing to the same rep, git pull before pushing it again. That's a different error. How many of you are getting the error permission denied? How is this possible? Okay, maybe not all of you have tried it. Couple of folks who tried it, and if your file is uploaded, well and good. Okay, but yes, yes, I saw your screenshot, Kiran. Okay, so there is a different issue, Kiran. I will tell you about that. Okay, so the first thing is whenever we are working for the very first time, okay, so there is no connectivity between the GitHub and your Git push, okay, Git bash. So there we have to do one thing. We have to generate the access token. Okay, we have to generate the access token. Some of you might not get an error right now, but that's very good. Okay, but if you get, and that's a very high chances that most of you will get that who are doing it for the very first time. If you have done something in the past where you have already set up some access token or provided the access from via Gmail, okay, then in that particular case it will work. But if it is not working, then we have to go to the GitHub and we have to do a couple of things. Okay, let's see. So what you have to do is you have to go to the settings of your GitHub. Okay, so right click on your profile and go to the settings. Okay, once you come to the settings of your GitHub, then there will be an option of a developer setting. Okay, click on that. Now, here it is asking for personal access token. So first I go to the settings, then I went to the developer settings. So this is how the settings look like. Then you have to go to the developer setting. Okay. Then here it is asking for personal access token. You have to click on it. And then there are two options. One is the fine grained token and one is the tokens. So tokens is generalized, means it will give the access of the complete GitHub. Okay. And fine grained tokens is mostly used when you have to give the access to a specific repository only. Okay. So in our case, we have to go on the tokens classic, right? Now, I have already generated a token, but I can actually generate a new one as well. So you have to click on generate new token and generate new token classic. Okay. Then you have to provide the name of your token or any note to it, right? After that, you have to select the expiration. So a token has a life cycle. Okay. We generally take it for 90 days. Okay. If you click on the no expiration, then GitHub will say, hey, we strongly recommend to have a expiration of the token so that you are not there will be no unwanted access or anyone can access your GitHub. Okay, so we generally prefer a 90 days. Then what you have to do is you have to give the access. What are the thing that what are the access that particular token have? Okay, so right now I'm using it for my local purpose, okay, and I'm using it for myself. So I can provide all the access from here. Okay, I can provide all the access, every single access that I have, I can provide it to you. Please follow these steps. If someone's repo is already uploaded or it's not uploaded, anything that happened, please follow this step because it's important. Now what you have to do is you have to click on generate token. Okay, you have to do generate token. I'm not going to click on it because I have already generated one and I have lot of projects that is related to my personal self, okay, which I don't want to public it. So because with the generate token, these meetings are recorded, okay, so it is not good. But you have to click on generate token, and by clicking on generate token, you guys will able to see a code, a token code. Okay, you have to copy it and you have to save it somewhere. Okay, so anyone is on this particular page, just let me know. Anyone on this page? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Who's this? Arish, you are there? Who said that?
Sir, I'm Pakul.
Upakul. Oh, acha.
I'm on that
Can you
page.
can you share your screen? Because I have some confidential data, so I cannot show the complete token generation and all. Okay, can you share the screen? So I will guide others. Okay, so now, yeah, just maximize it. Later on, please delete this token after the class. Okay, Upkal? Okay, so you can see that when he clicked on the generate, this is the token GHP. Can you highlight that? Yeah, this is the token that is generated. Okay, and you can see it only once on the GitHub. Okay, so here there is a pop-up. Make sure you to copy the personal access token. You won't be able to see it again. So copy it and save it into a notepad file. Okay, so copy this and save it to a notepad file. Open a notepad and save it first of all. Upkal. I'm pronouncing your name right. It's Upkal or anything else.
Yes, sir, that's correct. It's
Acha,
Pakul.
okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Upakul, okay, okay, Upakul. Can you just open a notepad and save it?
Yes, sir, I've opened.
Acha, okay. Oh, you have only shared the browser. Can you stop sharing your screen and share your complete screen instead of the only the browser? Because we can only see the Google Chrome in your screen. Instead of the Google Chrome, can you just share the complete screen? Just stop sharing. And when you click on share, there will be an option of full screen. Okay, entire screen.
I'll click on share first, then sir, where should I click it?
First of all, stop sharing your screen. There will be
Okay,
an
sir.
option at the top.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
now click on share and there is a top left first corner,
Yes, sir.
entire screen. Click on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we can see completely. Okay, first of all, save this file, man. Okay, everyone. So please save this file. Okay. Oh, wow. You are learning JavaScripts.
Yes, sir.
Great, man. So you already know all the Git stuff now.
No, sir, I don't know, sir.
Acha, acha, okay. Okay, just save it. Now open the Git bash. Now what you have to do is, so when we had opened the git bash, okay, can you remove the origin? So write the command git remote, just press control plus, yeah, couple of more times. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Git remote remove. Wait a second. Wait a second. It's already merged and it is uploaded. Okay, great. Yeah. Git remote remove origin. Yeah, you have already written remove, man. Do not write it twice.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Enter.
Yes, sir.
Now what you have to do is you have to write the same command git remote add origin and then the file. So write git remote. Let me share that into the chat as well. Okay, git remote add origin. Okay, and then you have to copy the GitHub repo. Okay, go and copy the cloning of the GitHub repo. Scroll up. Yeah, go to the home. Okay, open the repo from the left. Yeah, open it. Yes. Now here it is at the bottom. Okay, or you can copy it from the that SSH. Okay, this URL you have to copy basically. Copy it.
Which one?
Yeah, yes, yes, same. Yeah, git
Yeah,
demo
okay.
repo. Yeah, only the URL. Or let's copy everything. Yeah, it will work. Okay. Go over there, git bash. Just delete it and press shift insert or like right click. Okay, wait, don't hit run.
Yes,
Press
sir.
right arrow key,
So sorry, what did you say?
right arrow key, right arrow key, right arrow key.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, once you are at this stage, so earlier we were at this stage, and if you are getting any error like permission error or any type of error, then you have to add your access token over here. Can you copy your access token again from the notepad?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, copy it. Okay. Don't paste it, just go on the git bash. Yeah, now press left arrow key and go to the where it is written https and then two double slash, go to up to double slash. Yes, now press shift insert, it will be paste over here, shift plus insert. Yeah, okay, wait, now right arrow key once. So once you one left arrow key before the GitHub, so up to the V, see PRV, up to the V, it is the access token, then it's a URL. Okay, so you have to put at the rate symbol over here. Okay, put at the rate. Yes. So now wait. Now you can see that I am adding the git repo with the access token. Okay, so that now there will be a connection. Your git bash has a access to your GitHub repo, this is specific repo, and whatever the changes you are doing, you can push it, you can pull it, all those things will be very easy for you and there will be no permission error. So let me explain again what you have to do. You already have added the origin, you have to first of all remove it, which he done in the last line, that is git remote remove origin, and then after that you have to add the origin again, and in the URL before the GitHub you have to pass the access token and then a at the rate symbol. So at the rate symbol, it is basically a differentiator that up to this part we have a token and then for this particular link. Okay, now hit enter. Okay, so everything works perfectly fine. Now, can you just check git status once? Okay, so in your case, some files are renamed, some files are like changed, some are untracked. Okay, so you can do couple of things over here to fix and make it to the staging. Okay, token.txt. Okay, token.txt. Do not upload it, man. Okay, cut it and paste somewhere else, not in the Git
Yes, sir.
repo. Because
Yes,
if
sir.
you upload the token on the GitHub, it will not going to upload it. You cannot upload the access token on the GitHub. Okay. So what we saw over here, if you guys are also getting a permission error or any type of error while hitting git push, then you have to follow this step. You have to generate the access token, save it somewhere, and then into the git remote add origin command, you have to pass the access token and then add the read symbol before the github.com. Okay, and by this way you guys will able to upload your local repo to your GitHub repo. Okay, now I'm sharing back my screen.
Sir, should I stop sharing my screen now?
Yeah, if I share my screen, your screen will be automatically
Oh,
stopped.
okay, sir.
Okay, so now what we saw that, okay, very good, we have done this, and now we are having a very good GitHub repo over here. Okay, let me search for it. So I have created this one. Now I have a couple of files over here. Let's see. I will make some changes and then we will see what is going to be happen over here. Okay. So this is my file. Let's say this is my first.txt. Okay. Now I'm making change. File is already updated on GitHub. Let's update some new changes. Okay, some new changes. I will save this file, then I will come to git bash again. Okay, now if I check my git status, so what it will show? So it is going to show me, hey man, let me just clear it, and then I will check my git status. Okay, now it is showing, hey, you have made some changes. Okay, a file is modified. Okay, a file is modified. So there is a command called git diff. Okay, it's basically telling you the difference. So you can see that into this particular file, we have added something. What we have added, that will be come with this green line and the plus sign. Okay, and if you delete something, that will come with a minus mark. For example, if I, and that will basically compare from already staged things. Suppose I delete this, let's commit. I will save it. So I deleted a line, added two lines over here, and then I have written some message. Okay, come back. Let's check the git diff. Now you can see that earlier this file was in stage, right, on the GitHub. Now I made some changes. So you can, by using the git diff command, you can actually see what are the changes that you have made. So earlier I did not deleted anything. Now I deleted. So you can see minus let's commit means I removed this line and I added a couple of blank lines and then I added this message over here. So git diff is basically a command which is basically telling you the issues over here. Don't worry, Pawan. We will talk about that also. Folders are not going to be an issue. Okay. We have less time today. We have to discuss about the branches and then tomorrow we will talk about the folders. Okay. Now, so here in this case, it is file is already, this is what made changes that I made. Now, if I check my git status, which I did earlier, okay, so it is saying, hey man, this is not stage. So how I can make it to the stage? Tell me. Multiple time we have written this command.
So git add first.txt.
Git add first.txt. Okay, so let's check the git status. So now it is in stage. What I have to do, I have to make a commit. How I can make a commit? Git commit. I will pass a commit message. Updated the first.txt for the GitHub repo changes. Okay, I have provided a comment over here. Let's commit it. Okay, commit is done. Now let's check the Git status again. Okay, it is saying that, hey man, you have already done a commit, nothing to commit, working tree is clean. But there is one thing. Earlier, when I checked the Git status, okay, it is showing that your branch is up to date with the origin main. Okay, your branch is up to date on this one. Very first time before modification, it is saying your branch is up to the date. But now it is giving me a message. Your branch is ahead of origin main by one commit. It means that on the origin, means the GitHub repo that I have, whatever the commit that I have on my local, I'm ahead of one commit. Means I made a one extra commit which is not on the GitHub. So if I check my file on local, so right now this is the information that I have in my file. Okay, file is already updated on the updated on GitHub. Let's update some new changes. Okay, let's see whether on the GitHub we have the same information. Let's check. No, that line is not there. Okay, that particular line is not here. So what I have to do? I made the changes. Now come to this diagram. Okay, I have updated the file. Okay, I updated the file and then I committed it to my local repo. But on the main repo, it is not visible. Why it is not visible? Which step I did not perform yet?
Sir, push.
Yes, we have to do the git push so that our changes will be pushed to the main. Okay, so I will do this git push. What is the command? Git push. I just have written it. I showed it. Git push, then what I have to write, where I want to push, git push origin main. This git push origin main. So I will pass it with the user. Why I am passing it as a user? There is two things. There is a one admin and one as a user. So right now I'm using the user. That is, I'm updating it as a Sunstone, not as a Vansh. Okay, because I'm the owner. The user is Sunstone. Okay, so -u is basically push it as a user. Okay, not as a admin. One person asked this question. Okay, so git push -u origin main. Let's enter it. Now we will see. Okay, so it has mentioned all the details. Now let's come back on the GitHub and try to see that. Okay. Okay, so now it's updating and you can see that it is showing 3 minutes ago. So it is basically showing when you committed, not when you pushed. So I pushed just now, but I committed 3 minutes back. Okay, so these are the commits. So you can see there are total 8 commits that I have made. And you can see this is the command. And now if I open this, let's check. Now you can see file is already updated on the GitHub. So whatever the changes that I made on my GitHub, on my file, and first then I move it to the staging, then I committed it, and then I push it to the GitHub. Okay, so that's the life cycle of a GitHub repo. Okay, so you can make the changes and you can push it to the staging, you can push it, then commit it, and then you can upload it on the GitHub by using the git push. If you want to make any changes or anything into these files, that can also be done. Okay. Now, there's, oh my God, it's 19:55. I wanted to explain one more thing today. I have cleared the terror. I'm getting a message. How can I push a pull from VS Code terminal? VS Code, we are not going to discuss. Maybe tomorrow, if I get some time, I will discuss. But in this course, VS Code is not there. But yeah, from the VS Code, it is super easy. Okay, Partha? If tomorrow I will get some time, I will explain that from the VS Code as well. Okay. Today I have to explain something called as a branches. Okay, guys, can you allow me 10 to 15 minutes extra today? If you have, I want to discuss about the branching. Okay, let's come over. Oh my. Let me delete it. My niece was playing with my computer. I think, yeah, that's a childhood painting now. Nice. Don't save. Okay. Now, let's suppose you are working on a project. Suppose you are building an e-commerce website. Okay, what you are building? You are building an e-commerce website. Hey, let's go to 100%. Annotate, okay. And disable, let me use annotate. Yeah, this one is smooth. Okay, so I'm actually building a e-commerce website. Okay, now there are three persons. Let's say this is person one, this is, let's say, person two, and this is, let's say, person three. Okay, let's say this person, he is Saurabh. Okay, this person, let's say he is Jaya. Okay, and this person, let's say his name is Ankit. So Saurabh, Jaya, Ankit, all the three are basically the developer. Okay, all the three of them are basically the developer. So they have decided, hey man, let's build a e-commerce website. Okay, so yeah, we can do that. So there is a one website that is actually built. Okay, now they initially talked Saurabh and Jaya suggested, hey man, I know a person Ankit, he's very good in his work. Okay, he's excellent in designing and all these stuff. So we are like, okay. So Saurabh has created the initial commit. Okay, Saurabh has created the initial commit. Okay, and then Jaya added something into it. Some code Jaya has added. Then again, Saurabh has added couple of things. Okay, then after that, Ankit also added couple of things. Okay, all these are the commits because they have created a GitHub repo. Okay, and everyone was working on it together. Okay, he cloned it and he uploaded something. He also cloned, he also cloned. Multiple users are working together. Now, at this level, the project is in the production. Okay, means the project is live. The website is live. Your e-commerce website is created and it is live. Now, after it is live, the user are getting okay, very good experience, a lot of feedback and all. So Saurabh is very good in his work. Okay, Saurabh is very good in his work. So what Saurabh, Ankit is very good in the designing, and Ankit said, "Hey, I have some idea." Okay, Ankit said, "I have an idea of like creating a very great website. I can work on the design and all these things." So there is a one way that whatever the code that Ankit has written, you can commit it over here and live it. But Saurabh and Jaya said, hey, how we can trust him? Let's suppose Saurabh, Ankit made some blunder. Okay, this guy made some blunder and our working code stopped. Okay, so what we will do in that case? So what the Ankit did, Ankit suggested, okay, instead of going with this way, what I will do, I will create a branch. Okay, I will create a branch. So From this particular point, a branch is created. Okay, means individually Saurabh, Ankit is working on this particular code. Okay, it is not in the main code base. So Ankit said, okay, I will try from this particular point of the code. He made a local copy and he started working on it. Okay, he added some designs into it. Okay, then he added some extra payment methods. So earlier it was just an credit card. Now he added UPI and all this stuff. Okay, then he added some tracking system. Okay, a lot of things he added into the designing and the tracking system functionalities. On the other hand, Saurabh and Jaya was also working on the same project. Okay, but on the different field, because on a one single project, multiple people can work. So they have created, okay, they are working on, let's say this one only. They can create a different branch, but let's assume. So they are working on this item. So they have added a dashboard. Earlier there was no dashboard. So they have added a dashboard into it. Okay. Then they have added some backend functionality. Okay. Some recommendation system because it's a e-commerce. So if you like this product, you may like this one. So they have added a recommendation system. On this part, okay, Ankit tested everything because if you can see that up to here, he has a complete code from here up to the production, and then there is a branch. So at this level, we have a complete code having these functionality. So Ankit said, hey, Jaya and Saurabh, I have created something for you. Okay, let's see that. So Saurabh and Jaya go to this branch. Okay, they will go to this branch, and then they actually cloned it. Okay, so these two folks cloned it, this branch, and they can see the code on their local, the complete code. So the code flow is this. Okay, not on this one. So now they were like, hey man, wow, Ankit has done a really great job. Okay, so we can use these functionalities in our code. So now if you can see that there is a one main code, okay, then they have created, they have continued it, but from here there is a one branch. Okay, and they are very happy with the kind of a feedback that or kind of functionality that the Ankit has developed, and they are ready to push it into the production. So from here, there will be a merging. Okay, what it is called? It is called as a merge. Okay, so it will merge to the main code. So at this particular level now, at this particular level, we have a new production code, new live website, which contain the functionality of the dashboard recommendation system developed by Jaya and Saurabh, and the design, payment method, and a tracking system that is developed by Ankit. So let's suppose whatever the things that Ankit wanted to try, he was not able to achieve it. Okay, he is not able to achieve it. So he is not going to merge his code in that case. So he will like, okay, there is no need of that, and we will go ahead. Whatever the things that they have developed, they are not able to do that, or they did not get the desired output out of it. Okay, so they will also stop over here, and the code will be remains at this particular level. Okay, so this is where the branching helps us. So there is a one main branch. Okay, one main branch. And after that, from this main branch, you can create infinite number of branches. So this is called as a main. It's not a branch actually, it's just a main where your main production code reside, what is working for you. Okay. And then here we have the branches. So someone said, okay, I can create a branch from here. Some said, okay, now from here, Ankit also wanted to work something. then he will create another branch. Okay. And from here, Jaya said, okay, I have to do a couple of more things. So Jaya will create her branch. This is the Jaya's branch. Okay. And Saurabh said, I also want to work on a different functionality. So Saurabh will create a different branch. Okay. And later on, Saurabh's works, Ankit works, but Jaya's work did not occur. So they will able to merge it together later on. Okay, so this is where the branching help us. Okay, so like for an example, just take an Amazon for an okay, so Amazon is an e-commerce website and they have a lot of features. Thousands of developers are actually working on it. So is it like in one single code everyone is working? No. One team is working on the payment system, one team is working on the recommendation system, one team is working on the tracking system, one team is working on the delivery system, one team is working on the how the design will look like. Okay, one team will work how the operations or the flow works. So there are different teams, so they cannot work together on a one single thing. Okay, one single branch. So there is a one main branch, main, where all the main production code lies, and then different team create their different branches. Okay, and once they create the different branch, then they are actually able to work on it, and later on they will merge it. That's called as merging. Tomorrow we will discuss about the merging. I will, and how this particular item works, we will discuss that more tomorrow. Now, if I just go to the, oh my God, I have to delete this annotations, clear all drawings. Okay. Now, if I come over here, so right now you can see you are in the main branch. So if I just write get branch, okay. So I have already created one develop earlier today. Okay. So let me show you how you can create a branch. Okay. So it's very simple. You have to give a name. Git checkout hyphen b means you are creating a branch and you have to give the name of it. So I have already created a develop branch. Let's call it as a develop 2. Okay. So git checkout hyphen b. Now I will call it as let's say develop 2. Okay. Enter. Now you can see that it is giving me a message switch to a new branch develop 2. And here it was main, then we have a develop 2. Now comes very interesting part. Focus. Okay. If I do ls, so these are the files and folder that I have. Okay. Now the Ankit said, okay, let's add a file. Okay. So Ankit started working on it. I started one. So let's say there is one file we have added, develop, and then call as a worksheet. Okay. And then let's suppose I have updated this file as well. Develop branches added. Okay. Now, very good. Everything seems works pretty fine. Come over here and check the git status. Okay. So now it is giving me that into the develop to branch, we have a one modified file. I have modified my first.txt and I have a one worksheet. Okay. Develop worksheet. Let's first track it and commit it. Okay. So git add hyphen hyphen a, all the files are added to the staging. Okay. Then all my files are added to the staging. What is the next thing I have to do? I can commit it. So git commit hyphen m develop branch. Okay, I can commit it, but before that, let me show you a very interesting thing. So right now I am in a develop to branch, and you can see there is a one sample worksheet. I told you one thing, that there is a one folder called as a .git, okay, which controls every version, every branch, and everything. So in my local, I have this code, and my boss has asked, hey, I want the main code that we have. So right now, if you can see, it is showing a sample worksheet. Let me add a notepad file as well, couple of them. Okay, so on our develop branch, we have this one. Let's drag this. So all the files are dragged. Okay, now I want, my manager asks, hey, I want the main repo. Okay, so I just want, and right now it looks like a develop one. Okay, the develop two that I have created. Where is the main? Main was the one which I committed on my GitHub. So if you change the branch, okay, so how to change the branch? Let's see that. So change the file, then stage it to the and commit it. You can commit it as well. Now we have to access something from the master branch itself. Then we have to use the main branch. So if I just commit it, let's just commit it and git commit -m develop to changes. Okay, so I have committed it. Okay, now if I check the git status, everything seems to be pretty clean. And if I come over here, these are the files that is committed. But I want my main branch. There is only one folder, if you can see git tutorial. And right now it is develop 2. Let's see what will happen if I change my branch. So git branch, and you have to write the main, enter. Wait a second, why it is, sorry, git checkout, my bad. It should be git checkout. Git branch is used for creating the branch, git checkout to change the branch. Okay, now you can see, now my branch is changed from develop to main. Your branch is up to date. Let's see over here. Oh, not on the Teams. Tada! It is a Git tutorial. There is no different file. Where is that develop worksheet gone? Where is that multiple copy of the first? Okay, we have created this now. See, we have created these files, first copy to first copy, develop worksheet. Where those files are? Those files are gone because .git folder is actually showing us the files which is in the main branch, not in the develop. So if I change this to develop 2, okay, branch is changed. And now if I come over here, all the files are there. Okay, you can see there is only one Git tutorial folder I have. Okay, it is not like I'm showing you two different items, or you can check it from here as well. ls-ltr. So these are the file that I have into my develop2 on the same location. And if I check out and do my ls-ltr, okay, so if you can see over here, these are the files that I have on my develop branch. And these are the files that I have on my main branch. So that's where the branching help us. Okay, that's where the branching is actually helping us, and that's the concept of branching. Okay, so you guys can watch the recorded session again, and tomorrow I will discuss how to merge the branches, and also I will try to find some time to show all these things from the VS Code as well. Okay, I have to jump into the next meeting in 1 minute. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I will take the questions tomorrow in the first half. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet tomorrow.